now that flexible office space is growing and there's lots of it, companies will start to think about how they organize their teams within their offices. So they may have an HQ that's half as big as it was before. They may use Convene space or some of the neighborhoods of kind of spaces that we're building as part of also how their team organizes. It's not going to be a row of desks anymore, right? So inside of the space there'll be different types of work zones, and then outside of the space you'll figure out how to utilize other spaces in some other cities or within the same city to give your team more flexibility, to give them to just make them as productive as they possibly can. So when we think about second spaces, we think about it as a part of a strategy working with a larger enterprise company that may want to use more of the country or more of the world to do with it.
Yeah, certainly. So you may not own as big of a space in one place, rather just these little satellite locations or utilizing providers and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, I mean, for Convene, it's interesting because having our history baked in our meetings and events business, our client base historically has been what I would call, and I think this term gets used a lot, so I'll use it loosely, enterprise clients.
Yes.
And what I mean by that is, for us, we look at it as, for instance, in 2018, we serviced over 70% of the Fortune 500s in New York. And over half of our revenue is generated by firms that make over $1 billion in revenue themselves. So for me, it's a different segmentation of a customer. So as we think about who we're serving and the cities that we're picking, and our real estate roadmap is really tied to that. Where are the clients that we've been serving for the past 9 years prior to launching our flexible workplace product that they're now flexing into? And so as we think about that roadmap, it's not only thinking about some of the second tier cities and what the strategy is around that, but it's where are our clients, where will they be? And we're very much conscious of where we are in the cycle. And so I think it's worth noting that, I don't think anybody would disagree that we're at the top of a very long cycle, and everybody's sort of waiting for that pivot point in which it changes, that inflection point. So knowing that will inevitably happen, and as we're taking long-term leases on certain space outside of our managed deals, then it's something we're conscious of. And so as we think about second cities, to your point, or second tier cities, the Nashvilles and Charlottes of the world that have a lot of interesting things going on, it's something we're conscious of that usually the second tier cities are the ones that feel it first. It's kind of the leading indicators like hotels, right? Those are the ones that feel it. And so as we think about our general real estate strategy, it's highly evolved around where are our clients, where are they going to continue to be, and where can we serve them best? So we think about it in more places, more ways that we can serve those clients. But we're not ignoring the second tier cities because we do think there's a great opportunity there.
Yeah.
And so I think that the right approach, depending on your thesis, is how you want to enter that market through different deal structures. And so, again, being conscious of that market cyclicality and where we are, we're trying to strategically approach that rather than open up into a bunch of new markets that might be the first to feel the pain.